What's good, Commanders fans? Just wanted to check in with you guys about today's OTAs. The media was there, so we did get a few updates. Not a lot of play-by-play, so I'll go over some of the play-by-play. I think we only got like 2 actual tweets by Zach Selby that gave out some play-by-play. And Trey Amos had a good day. Trey Amos impressed. He got an interception. Jeremy Reeves got an interception. Now it's fun. It's not funny. Funny, not funny. And actually, I want to find who is the is it Jose Garcia? Shout out to Jose Garcia. He actually became a channel member too. And we were going back and forth about Michael Gallup. Now, the reason why I bring up Michael Gallup is because both of the interceptions that were thrown by Jaden is the one who threw the interceptions, and it's just OTA, so nobody really cares. But Jose Garcia, shout out to him. He says that Michael Gallup is going to make the roster. Now, Michael Gallup, he may make the roster. Excuse me. But he tripped up on one play, and that caused an interception. And another pass that was intended for Michael Gallup got picked off. Now, not blaming Michael Gallup, but not a great start. I'm not blaming him at all. So just getting that out the way. But shout out to Trey Amos for making a play. Shout out to Jeremy Reeves for making a play. It's good to hear that from Trey Amos. He almost got another interception off of Sam Hartman. So Trey Amos is out there making plays. And I talked about Jalen Ramsey yesterday. And a big reason why I would not trade for Jalen Ramsey, maybe if he's released, maybe you sign him and transition him to safety or whatever you want to do. If you want to have him play corner and interchange between playing corner and safety, maybe that's something you want to do. If he is released by the Dolphins, that's something that is intriguing. But a big reason why I'm confident in this cornerback room is because of Trey Amos. I know he's a rookie, but there's a lot of potential there. He has the size, the speed, the agility, the way to click and close and flip his hips, and to mirror guys and be physical with guys like A.J. Brown. That I feel like he can be physical with a guy like A.J. Brown. So that's why I'm just not on trading for Jalen Ramsey. And I think Trey Amos, I get it. It's OTAs. I have to say that. I have to say that disclaimer that, yes, we know it's OTAs. And B. Mitch was there today. He was coaching with the guys like Jalen Lane, all the punt returners, all the special teams guys. He's the main guy that says it's T-shirts and shorts. T-shirts and panties is what B. Mitch says. But T-shirts and shorts out there right now. But, yes, that's why I can't get too hyped up over OTAs. But it's just an observation of some things that we did see. So I am showing clips here. It's like Michael Gallup and Deebo Samuel catching passes. Some other guys catching passes. I'll show a picture of B. Mitch talking to Jalen Lane and some of the punt returners and stuff like that. Of course, some of the guys getting hyped. Like they did last year. They do this every practice. They get hyped in the pre-practice, jumping around, just getting loose, having some fun, getting some camaraderie, some chemistry. I love that from Dan Quinn and his group. That's something that they instill. You do see Jaden Daniels. He does look kind of the same, but, he did get stronger. And Cliff Kingsbury said that in his press conference as well. Cliff did talk about guys cursing at him for getting the football, but he likes that instead of guys not getting the football, basically. Other updates is I did listen to Rick Snyder. Shout out to Rick Snyder, his YouTube channel. He said that Zach Ertz looked really good today. He also said that Josh Johnson, of all people, the veteran quarterback, looked good today. He said Jaden Daniels did look good today despite throwing 2 interceptions. He said that Jaden Daniels did look good today. So that is good to hear. See All Sports. She writes for, she does the Wizard Sports Illustrated. She also does Bowie TV Sports. She tweeted out that Trey Amos, I think you will like him. She says the wide receiver room equals better. So I didn't hear anything about Luke McCaffrey. I didn't hear anything about Jalen Lane specifically. I didn't hear anything about KJ Osborne specifically. Trying to think who else. Debo, he said that, Rick Snyder said that Jaden overthrew a pass in the end zone on a 3rd down. And then also, if you look at Zach Selby, he said that Jaden Daniels overthrew Deebo Samuel today, but they're going to get the chemistry together and whatnot. So this is the time to get the kinks out, to get the, misses out and stuff like that. This is what OTAs are for. And this is what practices are for sure. So let me see if there's anything else that Zach Selby said in his notebook here real quick. He said, yeah, Trey Amos is already turning heads this all season as he grabbed an interception off a pass from Jaden Daniels to Michael Gallup, and nearly grabbed another one later in a 7-on-7 series. His interception was the result of Michael Gallup and him getting tripped up, but Amos was able to stay upright to make the grab. So that is really good concentration on the football, standing upright and getting that interception. Jeremy Reeves made the first interception of the offseason thanks to a tip pass from Jaden Daniels to Michael Gallup. The Commanders emphasized turnovers throughout the 2024 season as ball is life. although the results were mixed. The interceptions they made don't carry much weight, but it's a good start towards the defense increasing their turnover number. So, like, remember when Jimmy Moreland had a bunch of picks in OTAs? Not ragging on Jimmy Moreland, because I like Jimmy Moreland. But that's kind of the thing with interceptions and OTAs. Deebo Samuel was gelling well with his new wide receiver teammate, teammates, and was routinely at the front of the line for. I did notice that. So this is the thing too. So let's talk about this. So I'm surprised I didn't start out with this. So Terry was not there. I'm not going crazy over that. Here's Terry McLaurin. He's done this before, and he deserves his money. He's the constant of professional. He's a great guy. He's the opposite of Stephon Diggs. He's the opposite of a diva receivers. Like, you're not gonna catch him on a boat with a bunch of what. He's gonna do what he's supposed to do. Like, he deserves to get paid. He deserves to get his money, man. You know what Terry's gonna do. He's gonna come to work with a hard hat on and work hard and not complain about not getting the football. Like, that's what he's going to do. He's not going to show up as quarterback. He's not going to make anything about him. But we all understand him. Like, he deserves to get paid. He had a career year last year. 13 touchdowns, career high in touchdowns, broke the franchise record in touchdowns, made it to the NFC Championship game. We would not have made it if it was not for him. The NFC Divisional game against the Lions, he had a huge screen catch, and scampered up the field for like 60 yards. So he deserves the money, man. I don't have to go into the spiel about Terry, but I'm not worried about that. But they do need to get a deal done as soon as possible. Now, mandatory minicamp is coming up in June. I think it's June 10th to the 12th. Commanders all season dates. I always have to Google this every time I make a video just to make sure. So they have mandatory minicamps. June 2nd to the 6th is another phase of OTAs, and then June 10th to the 12th is mandatory minicamp. So they have until June 10th to make some shaking. Just pay Terry $30 million per year. $30 to $31 million per year. He deserves it for sure. All right. Laramie Tunsil was not there, so I'm not surprised because this is what he did with the Texans. So I know he's been out clubbing. Some people were like, oh, he's out U Street and he's doing this and that. I don't know if he went to Rose Bar like John Wall. But that is interesting, So Deebo, out of all the trades that we made, Deebo was the one guy that was there. Laramie, not there. Marshawn Lattimore. Now, Marshawn Lattimore, I do feel some kind of way about him not being there. I do feel like he should be there, just off the simple fact he didn't play great last year. The Buccaneers game against Mike Evans, he got cooked. A.J. Brown, he struggled. He had a couple pass interferences in both Eagles games. He struggled with penalties in that game and did give up a big play on 4th and 1. Even though it was a holding on Saquon, he still gave up a big play on a crucial play that game. And I get it. He had a chronic hamstring injury. If you want to throw out the hamstring excuse, I understand that argument and all that. But I just feel like he should be in the building, be in the facility, be there with Joe Witt Jr., be there with the other guys. Just learn the nuances of the defense. He was only there for he only played, 3-4 games last year? He barely played. So he was in and out of the lineup. So I just feel like he should try to get as much chemistry with the guys that he can. I get it. He's been in the league for years and years and years. He's been a perennial Pro Bowler, top 100 player, all that stuff. I get it. He has all the accolades in the world. But it's a what have you done for me lately league. And last year, he gave up 105.1 quarterback rating, which is not good. So we got to be objective. We got to keep it real. We got to keep it 100, man. And I feel like he should have been there. I really do. I feel like he should have been there. But it is what it is. I'm not going to trip over it. I think that's about it, really, for the most part. If you want to go over, like, coach speak and stuff like that, let me go over that real quick and see if there's any quotes that stood out. Cliff said Brian Robinson has been really focused this offseason, knows what this year means to him and when he can do. So we all know it's a big year for B-Rob. Keep that same energy, B-Rob. I want to see him do well. So I'm not going to rag on B-Rob. I want to see him do well, man. I want to see him play well. Cliff Kingsbury on Jay Daniels said you can tell he looks stronger, so I like to hear that. Kingsbury on Deebo Samuel, he's one of the best competitors I've gone against as a coach. He has a natural feel for things. Cliff also said the more depth in that room, the better you're going to do, talking about the offensive line. Dan Quinn said that Sam Cosmi has been hitting all the markers in his recovery, which is good. He still most likely will not be ready week 1, but he probably won't be ready week 1, to be honest. And, that's just my projection. I'm not a doctor. I'm not there, so we'll see. But typically when you have an ACL injury in the divisional round, which was January that game was played, so it's not looking too great. It's just like Kyrie Irving. Like, Kyrie Irving tore his ACL. Nobody thinks Kyrie Irving is going to be back at the start of the NBA season. Like you got to just be real and be honest here. So, Jaden Daniels, he's focused on year 2 OTA versus year 1, putting on more muscle, proving himself each day. He did say he's a very introverted individual, as we know. Now, he does go out to parties and stuff. Like, I did see him at a party at MGM or a concert. And, I know his mom goes with him a lot of places and stuff. He does go to a lot of Wizards games. And, he did talk to Juju Watkins and stuff like that. So, he is a calm guy, as we see. But he does laugh with people and socialize and joke around a lot, too. Like, you see him with Bobby Wagner joking around with the guys. Stuff like that. So he's just a cool guy, man. He's a cool guy, football guy. That's what I love about Jaden Daniels. Cliff said you'd rather have good players cussing you out rather than bad players cussing you out. That's what he said. So Cliff is a funny guy. He really is. So, but yeah, I love seeing B. Mitch come back, man. And I mean, he's there anyway. You know what he said about Jahan Dotson last year about punt return. So he takes it very, very seriously. But it's good to see B. Mitch out there talking to Jalen Lane and try to give him some pointers, because we know Jalen Lane is going to be the punt returner. Now, like I said, we just didn't hear much about some other guys. KJ Osborne, I mean, Luke McCaffrey, I talked about some of the receivers. Ben Sinnott. You're just not going to get much at this time. And some of the guys like Johnny Newton, some of the defensive line, a lot of the second-year guys I don't want to see how they're doing, or did they improve, stuff like that. You're just not going to get that. Will Harris, didn't hear his name much. Quan Martin, didn't hear his name much. Like, some of the safeties, didn't really hear their names. Dorrance Armstrong was out today. He did not participate, so that is interesting, especially since we do, in my opinion, I think we need an edge rusher, man. And I think it was C. Walls who said it, that Dorrance Armstrong did not participate today. Yeah, it was C. Walls Sports. She said that, shout out to her, follow her on Twitter. And I met her in person at a Wizards game, doing the media at the Wizards game. And she does a lot of good content. She said, you may have already seen this, Commanders fans. Cornerback Marshawn Lattimore and Laramie Tunsil are not here. Defensive end Dorrance Armstrong is here, but not practicing. So he was there, but he did not practice. Why is he not practicing? I know it's May, but do we need to bring in an edge? Because we do. So, all right, you guys, as always, should be on Commanders Kings tonight, so should be a lot of fun doing that tonight. But you guys let me know what you guys think about OTAs and everything. As always, Commanders, peace.